Aaron, you say healthcare should be a right. What would you do as Lieutenant Governor to make that happen?
Well, I've introduced legislation every year for a single-payer Medicare-for-all system. There's a lot of organizing that needs to do to elevate that issue, to bring people together, to build enough political will that it's taken seriously, and that's a big idea of this office, that we can use it to bring people together, to make their voices heard.
Have you spoken to Dan McKee? Why do you feel you need to primary him?
You know, Rhode Islanders are struggling every day. There's so much work to do in Rhode Island, and we need some new energy. We need some new leadership. I think the Lieutenant Governor's office can be a really important platform to be an independent advocate, to bring people's voices up to the State House. That's work that I think we could do a lot more of.
So he hasn't done a good job? What are you going to campaign on?
That's not the vision that I've seen, and that's why I'm running for Lieutenant Governor.
What would your top policy priorities be if you win office as Lieutenant Governor?
It's the issues that I've worked on as a rep. It's the issues I talked about today, fighting for economic justice for working families, fighting for access to healthcare, fighting for bold climate action to put Rhode Islanders to work, expanding clean energy. And as I mentioned, I think it is incredibly important that as a state we step up to protect a woman's right to choose whatever happens in Washington.
Some previous candidates for Lieutenant Governor suggested that we don't need this office. In fact, have campaigned on doing away with it. What do you say to that?
So if we've got a constitutionally separate statewide platform that's not doing what it should, my approach is not let's get rid of it. Let's take that office for the people. Let's use it to bring voices to the table. In my time as in the legislature, I've seen a real need for more public accountability, and I think that is a platform that can be really important to bringing that.
So the office should stay. Keep the office in the Constitution, so don't change it.
It's a rare opportunity. It's an independent advocate. It can't be held captive by any other politician. It's only accountable to the people. Let's use that as the opportunity that it is.
On a woman's right to choose, if legislative leaders aren't going to bring an abortion bill to a vote, what are you going to do about that as Lieutenant Governor?
We're going to organize. We're going to use that statewide bullhorn to bring people together, to elevate the issue, and to bring the public accountability if folks are not doing what we should be to protect a woman's right to choose.
Representative, do you believe that there is right now a battle going on for the soul of the Democratic Party in Rhode Island? Is there a civil war going on right now between the progressives and those who were supporting Joe Paolino to be the National Committee man and those who are supporting Joe DiLorenzo?
Well, as you know, I'm a proud progressive, and the issues that we're talking about as progressives, though, they're not just progressive issues. They're Rhode Island issues. They're working families issues. I think that most Rhode Islanders want people to have family supporting protections in their jobs. They want environmental protections so that we can pass on a beautiful state to the next generation. So those are issues that we're going to be talking about a lot in this campaign.
Describing yourself as you do as a proud progressive, are you going to have to move a little to the right? Are you going to have to bring more people into your ambit and to support you?
As I said, for me, it's not about the label, it's about the values and the issues, and I think that these issues that we're talking about, that I've fought for in the legislature, that we're going to fight for in this campaign, they're issues that, whether I'm on the east side of Providence, or Coventry, or Burrillville, or Warwick, here in Warwick, they're issues that people want the state to step up, and that I'm going to be proud to talk about.
You're going to remain a progressive, not change.
We're going to fight for these values, absolutely.
How much might you need to run your campaign, and to what extent would you self-fund, if at all?
I'm not sure the exact dollar figure that you need. I've worked hard to have grassroots support, to have the resources that we're going to need, and we're going to keep doing that work.
Are you a man of means?
If you could hang on for a second, Steve. Do you see yourself putting a significant amount of money into your own campaign?
I don't see that. I think that we can raise the resources that we need to compete, to get our message out statewide.
Will you take donations from lobbyists and PACs?
We'll take donations. I've taken contributions from PACs in the past. I think that they can be a way to for people to bring their voices together. I am strongly uncomfortable with Citizens United. I think that the use of outside money, super PACs, is a real corrupting influence in our government and our political system. And so, we're going to be running this campaign. We're not going to. There's, from our side at least, there's absolutely no super PACs. Ultimately, I think we need to get to a public financing of our elections. They have that in states like Connecticut, and it allows, it resolves a lot of the issues with money's corrupting influence in government. To get there, we need to have folks in positions of power that want to see that vision and that
Run as a team?
as I said before, I think that there's a real opportunity. It's not necessarily being used right now, but the idea of an independent advocate that is accountable to the voters, that can't be captured by other politicians, there's some value there, and my vision is to take that office for the people, use it to bring people's voices up to the state.
So as far as following the Massachusetts model, you say no?
In the general election, it could very well make sense for them to run together. I think there's value in allowing in Rhode Island, where the primary is such an important election. I think there's value to making sure that voters have a say in all of their constitutional statewide officers.
So did you talk to the lieutenant governor or the governor before you decided to announce today?
I've reached out to the offices of our different elected officials to
Specifically
give them a
those
heads
two?
up. I've spoken to someone in both of their offices.
Have you hired any? Sorry, Steve. Have you hired any campaign staff, and if so, who?
We for this to help organize with this event, we have Bob over there who's been helping me out part-time. We're now going to be taking it to the next level, building a team, building out that capacity and structure.
Do you have an official campaign manager yet?
Sorry?
Do you have official campaign manager?
No official campaign manager yet.
Do you think you'd be ready to be governor if something were to happen to the governor after you're elected?
Yes, I'm ready. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't feel that. I think that's been demonstrated by the work I've done in the State House, bringing people together to pass significant legislation that a lot of pundits didn't think was possible. Having said that, I'm announcing today for Lieutenant Governor, and I think that office needs to be about a lot more than just sitting around and waiting. That can be an independent advocate to bring the people's voices to the State House, and that's why I'm running for Lieutenant Governor. And I genuinely am excited for that work.
Rick, do you have any concern about trying to bring the Democratic Party together?
What do you mean?
There's a fight in the Democratic Party right now, and the status quo is upset with the progressives who say they will not compromise and they're hardcore and they're just going far to the left, too far for the people of Rhode Island. You're leading that charge. Do you feel any responsibility? Do you feel any desire to try to bring the two sides of the party together?
I think that our Democratic Party should stand up for democratic values. I don't think this is a conversation about too extreme. Talking about issues like sick time, that working families shouldn't have to choose between their job and their paycheck. Talking about issues of expanding clean energy. Again, these are issues that they might be framed as what was the word? Left wing, whatever. But those are mainstream. Those are Rhode Island values, and we're going to be talking about them across every community in the state.
So you're going to drag the party into your position rather than try to compromise with those who hold the other positions.
We're going to bring Rhode Islanders together to fight for the issues that matter in our communities.
Nuts and bolts question. Are you 27 right now?
I'm 27 right now.
When's your birthday?
Birthday is in January.
You're 27 now. Born where?
Born in Chicago.
And Jackie had a good question. How tall are you actually?
Great
I
question.
lead with that one.
Yeah.
6'4".
But you're 6'4", wow.
I'll expect that to be in the headline.
6'4"? Yeah.
Very tall candidate announced.
And married when? What was the date?
Married August 19th. Glad I didn't forget that.
Did you
Yeah.
have it in mind at that time that you'd be running for?
We've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this for some amount of time. The focus has been having conversations in different parts of the state, getting feedback from Rhode Islanders, seeing if this is a vision that folks are excited about, and we decided that it is, and we're going to go for it.
Do you have any? Were you inspired at all to actually take this step by the success the Sanders campaign had last year, and then we saw Senator Kalkin was able to win in Warwick, some other feeling that there's some untapped energy on the left side of the Rhode Island Democratic Party, which, as Rat pointed out, can be a very, very big tent.
I was certainly inspired by Bernie Sanders' campaign. I was proud to support him. The issues that he was talking about, a number of them were issues that I've been fighting for prior to the presidential primary. Again, it's about the concerns that we can address through government. So healthcare is a fundamental right, bold climate action, living wages for all working families. Those are issues that I think we've seen evidence Rhode Islanders support, they want to see. And so in talking about those issues on the campaign trail, I think we're gonna continue building a movement to actually move them forward and hopefully get them passed.
You're announcing in Warwick. Lieutenant Governor McKee is going to announce in Warwick. What does that tell us?
We chose this location, as I mentioned in my remarks, because I think that it really reflects the special history that we have in Rhode Island, our independence, our willingness to stand up for what's right. That's what this campaign is all about.
Second term.
That's right.